watu wangu, welcome to another episode of Trapped in My 20s. Karibuni sana. And today on set I have
Babu.
Babu.
Yes.
Unaitwa Babu like legit.
Babu ndo jina ya mwisho pale kwa ID.
So welcome to Trapped in My 20s.
Thank you.
And so Babu is going to we're going to have a conversation on personal branding in my 20s. So guys, karibuni. Questions and comments are highly appreciated. So Babu, maybe we can start by yourself kwanza. What you do, who you are. We know you're in your 20s.
Babu is somewhere in his mid-20s.
Are you trapped?
Of course I'm trapped. I mean, I'm a millennial. I mean, trapped is almost a hashtag for it. Most of us millennials.
Just that we don't like say millennials.
And we don't want to identify with it, but then that's the whole truth. Depends with where are we trapped, with what stage are you trapped, but then it's a whole trap, it's a case. So Babu is a governance enthusiast. You'll find me talking so much about good governance, good leadership. I do mentorship. I do a lot of public policy analysis and commentaries, and also an entrepreneur. Yeah, lazima tengeneze pesa. We need to make money.
So now, personal branding in my 20s. Like, what does it really? Do I have to brand myself in my 20s? Like, why? What is the essence of personal branding?
So, personal branding essentially is answering the question, who are you? I mean, if I look at you as so who are you? What do you do? What can I identify you with as a person? So personal branding is very essential, not just in our 20s, but then to you as an individual. You need to be identified with something that you do, be it your work, be it your passion. You need to have that identifier, that mark on yourself.
And speaking of passion, because now in our 20s, there's a lot going on. You need to find yourself. You need to let me just say we are just trapped.
Yeah.
We are trapped.
Yeah.
Speaking of your passion, like, can you equate passion to, like, can your passion brand you?
Yeah, it can really passion. It can really brand you. Your passion can brand you. And then this is the thing. As much as we talk about, we are trying to find ourselves. Within the whole journey of trying to find yourself, it's where you also find your brand. And if your passion is in a certain field, if your passion is within media is so broad, and then you're going to try and find yourself within this whole world of media. Do you want to go into film? Do you want to go into acting? That's how you get to narrow down to your passion. That's how you get to narrow down to your brand. So to a point, then we'll be talking about when we think about a certain person, we think about them and connect them to their own brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happens if I had, let's say for example myself, I have identified myself with trapped, then probably I get to 28 or 29, I feel like trapped does not work for me. Can I leave it aside and rebrand?
Yeah, of course you can do that, because one thing that we say, there are things that are so constant in life, and one of those things is change.
Yeah.
You can say no, because I identified with this particular brand when I was 21, 22. When you get 28, and then you don't expect to have your brand remain constant. Like, this is just what you've been doing. You need to grow, and part of growth is change. Part of development is change. You're no longer the person that you are at a certain age. You need to grow that brand. You need to grow yourself, and within this growth, there will be a lot of changes that are going to happen. So if these changes start happening, don't start doubting that you're losing your brand. It's just like realigning your brand to yourself or to the new environment. Yeah.
Okay. Now what's the importance of me branding myself as early as possible?
The importance of branding yourself as early as possible, it's also like trying to find yourself and trying to get yourself growing within your own path. Because if you're able to find your path as early as possible, you're able to grow within this path. For example, if I am able to find my path in public policy, if I'm able to identify with governance stuff. So I'm able to start engaging with people within the governance field. I'll start creating my networks within this field. So at some point, somebody will be looking at me and saying, no, this guy is so vast in governance issues. But then this person didn't just wake up one day
and just be there.
But then it's been a growth over a long period of time.
Branding, I'll be honest, for me branding imekuwa a little bit of a challenge, because one time I feel like I want to do this, the next time I feel like I want to do this, or at times I feel like I want to do this, but I'm feeling like what's the essence of it? Why am I doing this? Like, I feel like I can just let go of all this. What does that mean when it comes to branding? Like, you feel like as if you're stuck, but you're not stuck. Like, am I making sense?
Yes.
Una feel like kitu nafanya make sense at that particular point.
Yeah. So
what harm does that do now to branding?
Does that harm? I think one thing that we need to realize is at this age we really can't get everything right now.
In our 20s.
Even in life, because you're always having ideas, and you don't really know what's the right way to execute these ideas. But then there's one thing that I always say, and I'd shared with you sometime back, is you always
share with our viewers now.
Let me share with you. One thing about life is you can never connect the dots going forward, but then you'll always connect the dots behind, like in your past. So that's when you realize I started doing something in the when I was young, but right now I'm here, I'm seated here. So you can be able to align and say, this started here. Maybe your passion, let's say my passion in governance, I can say maybe at some point I was so interested in debating, and now that debating has led to me being on a certain podium debating on governance issues. So can you get stuck? Yes, because one thing about branding mostly will always follow your passion. And your passion depends on your intrinsic motivation. Like, you're the one who's motivating yourself.
Yeah, totally true.
It's not about
you're
the people
your
outside.
Own cheerleader.
Your own cheerleader. As much as you have your viewers here, you're the one who has to wake up, prop up, do everything, and then record your show. So and then you might feel stuck because maybe you're not getting the views, you're not getting the moolah, because maybe your brand might be, or your passion might be in entrepreneurship or making money, but then money is not coming in. So you might feel stuck. But then the one thing about growth starts from something small, even a tree, and then it grows to something big. So that time that you're stuck, mostly it's when you're developing, when you're growing, and you need to keep up to it. You need to be persistent. You don't need to. You shouldn't give up, because if everyone started giving up when they felt stuck, then there wouldn't be any growth. We wouldn't be growing our brands. We wouldn't be growing ourselves.
So consistency. Next question. So what are some of the tips you can give to our fellow millennials, our fellow trappies, when it comes to the personal branding?
So personal branding, one thing is find your focus area. Just know which is that area that you're passionate about. Get a niche. Within that niche, then you can be able to create another niche. Like you're able to, because everything, it can be so broad, but then get that one niche that you can identify with, and now work towards developing yourself within that niche. Thing is, it doesn't come overnight, so you need to be consistent with it, and you need to develop yourself within that niche. If you want to go into entrepreneurship, find the best ways to be that entrepreneur. If you want to go into blogging, find the best ways to be that blogger. You're not just the normal blogger. And then the other thing is, don't fear change. If something is not working for you, just find a way to adjust. If you have found your niche, but then the path that you thought that you're going to follow with is not working out, just find another path to go around there.
Well. So just to add on to Babu's point, trust the process. It's not easy, but trust the process. I think that's the problem we as millennials face. We want to just wake up and see the product, but trust the process, believe in the process, and have faith. Have faith in whatever you are doing. It might look like it's something that is not making sense at that particular moment, but have faith in whatever you're doing. Guys, I'd really like to hear what you have to say on this personal branding in our 20s, in my 20s, in your 20s. What do you think? What are some of the obstacles you faced? How has personal branding helped you? Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can email us, you can DM us. Just feel free to have a conversation with us. Till the next episode, this has been Trapped in My 20s. So guys, there are more videos. Click more videos. Trapped in My 20s.